So today we're going to look at writing equations. You've seen graphing equations. So before we gave you the equation and you had to plot the points on the graph. Here you're going to see we're going to be giving you the graph, or we're going to be giving you a table or points or just different information. And then you're going to be writing the equation. Okay, so we're going to start off with slope-intercept form, which is your y equals mx plus b. So we know m is our slope and b is our y-intercept. Our y-intercept is the y-coordinate of a point where a graph crosses the y-axis. So if we look at number one, we're going to ask ourselves, what are they giving us? What information are they giving us, and what are we going to do with it? So they want us to write an equation, and they gave us a slope of 3, which is m, and a y-intercept of 9, which is b. So if I want to write an equation, they gave me m and b, so let's go ahead and do slope-intercept form, because that means I have the right information I need. So m will go here, and our b will go here. So our equation is going to be y equals 3x plus 9. And that's it. Okay, so that will be it if they ask for slope-intercept form, which that's what we're doing right now. So that's that. And I used the wrong color. Let me use that. Okay. So number 2, they gave us a graph this time. So I know if I want to write an equation in slope-intercept form, again, that's my y equals mx plus b. So that means I need m and I need b. So let's do the easy part first. So b is my y-intercept. And here's where it's crossing. So I'm going to put that my b is 2. And to find my slope, I'm going to pick 2 points. So you can pick any 2 points you want. They just have to be defined points or exact points. So from here, I'm going to count my change. So I'm going up 1 and over 2. So my slope is 1/2. So once I have found those 2 things, I'm ready to write my slope-intercept form equation. So my answer is going to be y equals 1/2 x plus 2. Again, I'm just taking my slope and my y-intercept, and I'm just plugging it in. Okay, and that's it. All right. So next form is point-slope form, which we talked about a little bit yesterday. So you're going to have y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. So this may be a good time to pull out your formula sheet and use this as a resource. So in this formula, they're going to give us m, which is the slope. So slope is still m. Slope is always going to be m. And they're going to give us a point, which our point will be x1. So x1 will be going here. Then they're going to have y1, which will go here. So my next problem says a line passes through 2, 4 and has a slope of 3. What is the equation of the line in point-slope form? So I'm using point-slope form. Here's the point and the slope that they gave me. So this is my m, and this is going to be my x1, y1. So all I'm doing is just plugging it in where it goes. y1 is here, x1 is here, and my m is here. So when I write out my equation, I'm going to have y, and I'm going to stick to the color. So the green one, which is y1, will go here. Then I have equals 3. Then I have x minus 2. And that's it. Okay, so as you see, I just took that and I plugged it in. And that's my answer, okay, for point-slope form. Okay, so if they ask for the equation in point-slope form, I will be done. Okay, you're going to have some questions that say, write the equation in slope-intercept form. Okay, so if you need to pause this video and just take a minute to process what you just did, do that. But I'm going to keep going to slope-intercept form, which means I have to solve for y because they have y equals mx plus b. So I'm going to go ahead and solve this. So to solve, I just do my distributive property. So I have 3x minus 6. Then I'll bring down my left side. Then I need to move this -4 on the right side. So I'm going to have plus 4 on both sides. Then I have y equals 3x minus 2. So if they ask for slope-intercept form, this will be my answer. So when I'm looking at a question, I'm looking at what did they give me, whether it's a graph, point, slope, whatever it is, and then I'm looking at what they're asking me. If they ask for point-slope form, this is it right here. If they ask for slope-intercept form, this will be right here. Okay, they also may ask for standard form, but I'm not going to show that in this video because I don't want to give you guys too much. But feel free to ask me in class. All right. So this next one here, they give us a slope and a point again. So let's go ahead and circle our information. So slope is again my m, and my point is going to be x1, y1. You may want to write the formula again so you don't get confused. So m will go here, x1 here, and y1 is there. So, and let me use a different color. I'm a little off with my colors today. Give me 1 second. Okay, let's use yellow. All right. So here you'll kind of see why yesterday, you know how it changed and I told you it was the opposite. Here when I plug in these numbers, watch what happens. I have y minus -3. Okay, then I'm going to keep going with my m is 5, then I have x minus -1. So I have double negatives here. So what's happening is my formula already has a subtraction sign in it. So I can't do anything about that. I have to keep that because that's what they gave me. But my point has negative signs in it. So I have to take account for that other negative sign. So I'm going to keep, change, flip, keep, change, flip, making that positive. So my equation will be y plus 3, and I'm rewriting it because it doesn't look good like this, so I want to rewrite it so it's neater and it's only one sign between each term. And this is my point slope form equation. Okay, so if they ask me for point slope form, I could just stop right there, but they may ask me for slope intercept. So let's simplify. So I have 5 times x, 5x, 5 times 1, that's 5. Then I bring down my left side. I'm going to subtract 3. And I have y equals 5x plus 2. Okay. Again, these equations are equivalent. Okay. All right. So next one says, what is the equation in point slope form of the line with points 1, -2, and 2, 4? So everybody today was like, oh, well, Miss Asu, they didn't give us the slope. We can't do point slope form because we need a point and a slope. And you said that we can't do it if you don't have it. Well, we do know they gave us 2 points. And we know that we can find the slope of 2 points. Okay. So this problem is going to have multiple steps. So let's put step 1, find our slope. So this is x1, y1, x2, y2. So this will go here. This will go here. This will go here. And this will go here. So I'm going to have 4 minus -2 and 2 minus 1. So at the top, I got to keep change flip. So that's going to be 6. And 2 minus 1 is 1. So then I got that the slope is 6. Okay. So I'm not done because I still have to have my equation. Okay, so, and let's erase this because we're done with that. So now that I have a slope, this is my M. I have 2 points now. So the good thing about point slope form is I can choose any point that I want to. Okay, if I choose 1, -2, that's going to work out fine. And you may want to choose 2, 4 because 2, 4 doesn't have any negatives. And that'll make the problem a little bit easier because I won't have to worry about keep, change, flip. Okay, so let's make our 2, 4, x1, and y1. Okay, so when I plug it in, I'm going to have y minus 4 equals 6 times x minus 2. Okay. Or if you use the other equation or the other point, I have y minus -2. So see, that's what I meant with that double negative. Equals 6 times x minus 1. Okay, so either one of these equations will be correct. So when I'm grading your paper, of course, we want to go ahead and simplify that out. So we'll have y plus 2. Okay, but either one of these equations will be correct. The way I know it's correct, and the way that I know I can use both of them, is by knowing that if I solve for y for both of these, I'll get the same thing. So let's see, add 4. So I have y equals 6x minus 8. And let's see if that happens here. So I got distributive property. So 6 times x is 6x. Then I have 6 times -1, that's -6. Then bring down this side. I'm going to subtract 2. So I got y equals 6x minus 8. So as you see, I got the same thing. Magical, magical. All right. Let's look at, I'm going to skip to number 5 because I want to make sure that we got that. And I have to keep going because I'm running out of time here. Okay, so we need a point and a slope for a point slope form. So I need m and x1, y1. So let's go ahead and find our slope. So we pick our 2 points. I'm going up 1 and over 2. So my slope is 1/2. Then with my point, I can pick any point. So let's say I picked 2, 3. That means my equation will be y minus 3 equals 1/2 times x minus 2. Okay, if I did that too fast, you may want to slow down and write your formula again. And you may want to label everything so you know what's what. So this is my x1, y1. This is my m. Okay. Now somebody might say, well, Miss Esu, I didn't choose that point. I chose this point. And again, that's okay. So if I chose the red point, my equation will be 1 minus, or y minus 1 equals 1/2, then x plus 2, because keep, change, flip. Okay, so again, you can choose any points you want to. All those answers will be correct even if you chose this point or this point. Those are going to be the same thing. They're all equivalent, and if you simplify the self-intercept form, you're going to get that same thing. Okay, so now when I look at the graphs, and this is kind of a little review from yesterday, if I have equation in point slope form, that means I know my point and my slope. So my slope is here, which is m equals -2. And my point is here. So remember, it's going to be the opposite. So if I have -1 and -2, that's +1 and +2. So this is my point. This is where I'm starting, 1, 2. Okay, so then I'm going to go down 2 over 1 because my slope is -2. So we can put that over 1. And I'm just going down 2 over 1 each time. Then to get these up 2 over 1. Okay. I'm going to keep going because I'm running out of time here and I want to keep my videos under 15 minutes. So my slope, -4, and my point, we got -2 and 3. So that's the opposite. So +2, -3. So +2, -3 is here. And I'm going to be going down 4 over 1. So down 4 over 1. Then up 4 over 1. Up 4 over 1. And that's my graph. Okay, So hopefully you understood everything here. We're going to do some more practice and see you next time.